An off-campus fire displaces a group of Hofstra students, and later the Pride nearly pull off a huge upset. Welcome to Pride Watch. I'm Mike Manzoni. We begin tonight with a Pride Watch exclusive. The 5 Hofstra seniors whose off-campus residence caught on fire yesterday morning will be back in their home as early as next week. One of the displaced students says their landlord will begin renovations as early as tomorrow. The home is located on Meadowbrook Road in Uniondale. The fire began in the basement of the home. Fire officials say it was started by an oil candle. The students used the basement as a lounge and laundry room, and many of their clothes caught on fire in the blaze. Attorney General Eric Holder was on Capitol Hill today defending his decision to try the 9/11 mastermind right here in New York. Holder testified before the Senate Judiciary Committee. Lawmakers are expected to debate Holder's decision to send Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and 4 other alleged terrorists from Guantanamo Bay to New York to face a civilian federal trial.
I have every confidence that the nation and the world will see him for the coward that he is. I'm not scared of what Khalid Sheikh Mohammed has to say at trial, and no one else needs to be afraid either.
It says that the United States is capable of handling a high-profile terrorism trial, but reaction to the trial has fallen mostly along partisan lines. And a police escort in Vice President Joe Biden's motorcade was involved in a traffic accident last night here in New York, and it's the second one this week. The Secret Service says a police car struck a livery cab. The vice president was unhurt. The livery cab driver was hospitalized with minor injuries. Earlier this week, a sheriff's deputy was injured in New Mexico when a woman collided with a police car that was escorting the vice president. A bittersweet victory for a father who pushed the state assembly to pass a drunk driving bill. The state assembly passed Leandra's law, making it a felony to drive drunk with a child in the car. Lenny Rosado's 11-year-old daughter, Leandra, was killed last month while riding in a car with a drunk driver. Leandra's law is being called one of the toughest in the country.
Sorry it took so long, but the success is the fact that we're doing a bill that is going to be acknowledged as the toughest in the country.
The driver of the car Leandra was riding in has been charged with vehicular manslaughter and driving while intoxicated. Turning now to the weather, here's your 5-day forecast. Tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies with a low of 45. Then tomorrow cloudy skies continue with a high of 59 and a low of 55. Then Friday, don't forget your umbrella. Morning showers are likely with a high of 58 and a low of 53. Moving on to the weekend now. Saturday we can expect to see more cloudy skies with a high of 56 and a low of 45. Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 56 and a low of 46. Now here's Samantha Manning with your sports. So Samantha, tough loss for the Hofstra men's basketball team last night.
That's right, Mike. After traveling to top-ranked Kansas last week, the Pride faced another big challenge last night. This time, they traveled to Connecticut to face the 13th-ranked Huskies in the NIT season tip-off tournament. Hofstra struggled early on, but stormed back to take the lead in the second half. The Pride led by as many as 9 points with 9 minutes to go, but the Huskies proved to be too much to handle. Jerome Dyson carried the Huskies to a 76-67 win, scoring his team's final 15 points. But Hofstra can't dwell on the close loss for too long. Brendan Rayder reports from the Max Sports Complex with a preview of the Pride's next game.
After a tough loss to UConn last night, the Pride will look to rebound against Farmingdale State College in the home opener on Friday. Farmingdale State College went 27-4 last year and made it to the Elite 8 of the NCAA Division III tournament. Head coach of Hofstra, Tom Pecora, had his first coaching job at Farmingdale, and his record was 66-24. The game will be free of charge for all fans and is scheduled to start at 7 p.m. in the Max Sports Complex. Brendan Rayder, Pride Watch.
Following Friday night's game, the Pride will host the consolation bracket of the NIT season tip-off tournament early next week. And shifting from college hoops to the pros, the New Jersey Nets are still looking for their first win of the season. They took an 0-10 record into last night's game against the Indiana Pacers. Despite strong efforts from Brooke Lopez and Chris Douglas-Roberts, the Nets fell to the Pacers 91-83. Lopez scored 26 points and grabbed 16 rebounds, while Douglas-Roberts led all players with 27 points. The Nets play in Milwaukee tonight before facing off against the Knicks on Saturday. And that's all we have for sports. Mike, back to you.
Oh, I think, Samantha, that is it for this edition of Pride Watch. Thanks so much for watching.